Hello, collective singles. How are you? Thank you so much for clicking here. I do appreciate you. I appreciate the way you've been loving on these videos, and that you have been using the thumbs up and being in the comments. I'm really enjoying getting to know you. Thank you so much for your private read bookings. If you're interested in a private read, please do go in the description. There's a link to Wizio there. And so this is not for your sign. This is for everybody's sign. This is an all signs read, and it's not time stamped because it's not individual energies. So put on your intuitive hat. I will call it signs and symbols as you need to hear them in order to know what's going on. And you make the decision. Is it your reading or not? Here we go. We're starting out with the Divine Goddess Oracle. Tell me what's going on for the singles, please. What energy do the singles need to know about? I'm not going to time or date this, my friends. You'll find it when you need it, or when it needs you. All right. We've got boundaries, retreat. We've got peace, and we've got self-limiting beliefs. Look at that. Lovers is in the distance. I want to say that you're really close to your goal, is what I want to say. You're very close to your goal. I think that the thing that is keeping you, I want to say the last thing that you're working on is probably the self-limiting beliefs. It says negative thoughts are creating a roadblock in your life. So it might be that you don't think you can have that, or you think that that's out of your league. It says lovers, right? A passionate connection, shared visions and values. So the self-limiting belief may be that peace and contentment are coming to you. You may come from a place of chaos. Look, there's lots of people who grow up in chaos, and then they have to continue through their life making chaos, creating it in order to be able to survive. So what I think is going on here is some transformational stuff, because we have boundaries. And look, you don't start placing boundaries until you are very self-aware and you realize that takers will always take. And if you're the overgiver, that can really work out not very good on your behalf, right? So boundaries are here, and boundaries aren't for them. Boundaries are for you. You know, like you're going to set the boundary of, you don't get to come to my place at 1 a.m. And if they come to your place at 1 a.m, you have to send them away. That's the boundary. And so that boundary is in place for you, not for them. So we have a retreat. It says time spent alone, reflection on the past and current situations. And so that's what's leading me to believe that you're kind of in this place of deep awareness, that you've become very aware, acutely aware of things that are going on around you. And it's making you retreat to find peace. Yeah. And that's what happens exactly. You start cutting people away. You start building boundaries. People that were crossing boundaries before and taking advantage of you, you start putting up those hard boundaries, and people are just going to wander off. And I think that you need to spend time with yourself and get into some area of peace here. I feel like there is a self-limiting belief though, and it might be, feeling bad for leaving people behind the boundary. I think that's the thing. The self-limiting belief is what is between you and finding this, the lovers, or making a decision about the lovers. Because the lovers is a choice, right? All right, let's look at some tarot. Let's look at some tarot for the collective singles, please. Tell me about boundaries. What do we need to know about the boundaries? Okay. So for some of you, it's boundaries in dating, right? The Three of Cups is here and the Page of Cups is here. So we've got the Page of Cups to me is like the new love, or the new feeling in the belly, or you're attracted to someone, or you get excited when you hear from them, when you know that they're going to text you. The boundaries need to come into place as it pertains to celebration or going out or dating. You need to figure out where your lane is what I'm saying. You need to figure out what your criteria is. And if you are someone who has children, are you going to date people who have children, or are you going to date people who don't have children? It feels like you need to build some solid boundaries about what you will and will not do as it pertains to dating. Like, who will you not date? Because I'm not saying that people, any other, like, it's whether they have kids or not is not the story. What I'm trying to say is that there are some fundamental differences that you will have with people that will make you incompatible. And finding out what those fundamental differences are before it goes past the 3 cups is really ideal. So the boundaries issue is yours. And that might be a self-limiting belief that you feel selfish for setting boundaries. But I think that is something that is needed immediately, is setting some boundaries and deciding who you will and will not date and what permissions you will give them as to how they treat you, right? Because you're always teaching people how to treat you. We have retreat. Look at that. Interesting. Retreat comes up with the 6 of Swords. So wanting to leave the chaos. So I feel like you don't want this dating thing to be chaotic for you anymore. So you're going to set some solid boundaries. Look, if this person doesn't at least have this level of education, I'm not really interested in dating them. Maybe there's a group of people you're not interested in dating, like a bunch of party clowns or people who are tap dancers. Maybe there's groups. But I mean, I think what you're doing is you're really, in your retreat here, in your time spent alone, I think you're really reflecting on the past. So what cycles do I not want to get into that I got myself into back there? You're moving on from, I feel, chaos. And you're replacing it with order, I think. I want to say, as it pertains to your dating life, it's about to take off. It's about to get kind of busy, I want to say. And it's probably not going to be just one person. If you're someone who has been getting invitations to go social places, somebody's backyard for a barbecue or to the bar or, maybe into the next state or whatever, I feel like that you'll be getting a lot of invitations or maybe a lot of dating opportunities, and things are going to start moving fast once you decide who you have feelings for. So the Page of Cups is like the puppy love, right? Because pages are very young, between the ages of 7 and 14. I'm not saying they're going to be that old, or that young, but I feel like it's like those little puppy love feelings, right? But you kind of want to spend every dying moment with them. That's what it feels like. So I think that you need to make boundaries as it is, right? Because if you are someone who is an overgiver, then it could be really easy for someone to take advantage of your kindness. So I think you retreat to figure that out. How am I going to keep this from being chaotic? I don't want to be there anymore. We have peace with the 6 of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. And peace says, peace and contentment are coming to you. Look, your money's about to be good. So if you have been having financial issues, or if you're finding that you're making enough money, but maybe you're paying too much out. Like maybe you're borrowing it to friends, or maybe you're helping out your family. Maybe you're sending your money back home to the family, or the 6 of Pentacles indicates that there's a lot of people who have their hand in your pocket. You can see that there's hands there. It's like it goes in this person's hands and it falls into everyone else's hands. So I want to say that peace is coming to you as it pertains to your finances. If you've been paying out too much, I feel like it's time for you to look over that with detail. We are in Virgo season, and this is actually the energy of Virgo season right here. Finding peace in looking around your pentacle world and making decisions and tweaks and cuts as you need them. In order to be able to have the highest level of peace. And I think one of those things you're looking at is, where am I spending my money? Do I really need 22 pairs of shoes? Do I really need the Jag? Like maybe I don't need 6 bedrooms if I live alone. Maybe I need 3. So I feel like you're really looking around your pentacle world and where your money is sliding out to, because it feels like it's coming in okay. I feel like you're making enough, but I think that you're either helping too many people and borrowing, or giving as a gift, or sending it back to your family. I want to say that your money is about to get a lot better. Or you are about to go over everything and decide that you need to invest your money rather than giving it away to people. So maybe you need to invest your money in a house that's big enough for all of your family, brothers and sisters and mother. You know, if you're in a culture that live together, some cultures don't do that, but I feel like it's about getting smarter about your finances, and I feel like peace and contentment are coming to you as it pertains to money or pentacles. But please understand, pentacles, money, that's only energy, right? And what I mean by that is that, you know, when you give of your energy, you get it back. That's how the universe works. And so if you have been loaning money to people or sending money back home or whatever it is, I feel that will come back to you tenfold. There's an Ace of Pentacles here that is that's indicating that there is some sort of an investment that either you've made or that will be coming to you that will allow you to make a lot more money. We have the Nine of Wands in the reverse, the self-limiting belief. I feel like you're letting go of it. I like it. You're letting go of the self-limiting belief with the Nine of Wands in the reverse. And then we have the Five of Swords. All right. Not without a fight, not without a verbal fight with the self, I think, in the mind. So we have the Five of Wands. We have the King of Cups and the Three of Wands. Feels like the King of Cups wants to go on an adventure, but is worried that there might be competition where they're going. They must have balance. They must win. The King of Cups is Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. This is future energy for me. It feels like there is a King of Cups here, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, who is worried that there is competition for somebody that they have feelings for. They've been waiting for this person to contact them, but this person is not contacting them. And because this person requires justice, the Queen of Pentacles is here. I feel like this person does require justice, and in order to get some sort of a balance, I think somebody takes inspired action. So we could be dealing with Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We've got Libra here, and we've got Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. All right. There we go. Decision about the lover. That is what is in the distance here. Tell me more about the singles, please. All right. Got the Queen of Cups again, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. We got Sagittarius energy here. I think that you need to retreat to heal. I want to say that this setting boundaries has been exhausting for you. Yeah. And sometimes we have to set boundaries with people who take too much. And when we do, they wander off, and it's sad. It's hard. It's hard to lose people that you love. But I feel as though temperance is here to heal it all. And I feel like the retreat, the place where you're going, is far less chaotic. I do think that things in your love life are about to ramp up, I want to say. So if you are the person who is getting invitations, or somebody wants to take you out on a date, I feel like that part of your love life here, the Page of Cups and the Eight of Wands, it might be a surprise for you that somebody invites you somewhere or somebody wants to take you out. It might be surprising to you. But what I want to say is that it's going to be very healing for you, because this person here is the healer. We've got the Queen of Cups here, and we've got Temperance, which is also healing energy and balanced energy. So I want to say that even though things start to pick up a lot, like significantly in your romantic life, I feel like it's going to be, look at all this beautiful energy. Got healing, balance, and justice. I love that. It's beautiful. I want to say whatever it is that you're investing your money in, if you've made an investment, if you've already made the investment, I'm not saying go out and make the investment. If you've already invested your money into someone or something, that's coming back to you tenfold. The justice is here. There's going to be karmic justice here. So if you are someone who has lived on very little because you are supporting your family in another country, or you are, giving your money to people who you think need it more than you, I feel like you are about to come into some sort of abundance or ability to invest in something that will make back this abundance. You do have justice here. It's going to work out in your favor. In fact, you'll have victory. So I feel like the Six of Wands tells me that somebody has been in a dark place as it pertains to their finances. So it feels like you've been living on very little. And then we have the Chariot. So the self-limiting beliefs are what has the brakes on, right? And I was saying that there is something between the self-limiting beliefs and getting over the hump. This is what you want. You want the relationship, if that's what you're here looking for. I feel like right now it's about lessons. And there is a self-limiting belief here that is keeping you from the lover. So it's a lesson that needs to be learned here. It's keeping you stuck right now. There's no victory. It's keeping you stuck. I want to say that you're really hard on yourself. And the Five of Swords tells me that up in your mind, it feels like you've had wins in your life, my friend, but you tend to, how can I say, you tend to rather than saying, yeah, I did that, you say, no, that's okay. You know, that's just kind of what I do. Like, I feel like you play it down is what I want to say. The self-limiting belief is that even though you came from a hard place, and I think that the Five of Swords is here because of the Nine of Wands. I think you're hard on yourself and you talk to yourself in terrible ways sometimes. The real gets away from you, right? Sometimes we all have that voice until we learn to drown it out. But this Nine of Wands is telling me that you're no longer going to believe that junk, that there is victory to be had here. I feel like you're working on this right now. There's a self-limiting belief here of negative thoughts, and that's what the Five of Swords is. It does say negative thoughts are creating a roadblock in your life, and these are the negative thoughts. So I feel like you're going to release them. I feel like you're going to decide that you're going to throw caution to the wind. You're coming out from behind the fear wall. And even though it's been a dark time, like I feel like the reason that you have the negative thoughts or the negative self-talk is because you grew up in a lot of chaos. And that's why you're the wounded warrior. So we have justice at the center of the read. Justice in your money, justice in moving on. Things are about to get really, really quick as it pertains to your love life. Things are about to move quickly here. Tell me about that. Well, first of all, let's get some information about this invitation or the Three of Cups. Tell me what we need to know about Three of Cups. Look, you're being encouraged to set some boundaries before you go into the lion's den. And you know what I mean, right? Before you go into the place where you're looking for a date, make sure that you have your boundaries in place and that you know what you will and will not accept. There we are. You're at the crossroads. So I think that when this invitation comes in, you're looking for something fun to do. That's what I think is going on here. You're looking for something fun to do, and you are at the crossroads here because something is ended. So for some of you, you could have ended a relationship, or something in your life has changed. Maybe you've moved. Maybe you've traveled somewhere and you've decided you're not going to move back to you're going to send for your stuff and you're not going back home. It feels like there's been a major change in your life that has made you set boundaries because you've gone through the karma. You understand the lesson and you're not going to let it go on like it did back there. You're the giver of love. You're the healer. You're the one who is always in danger of being depleted, because the Queen of Cups on her own, without being in the Empress energy, on her own, the Queen of Cups can become depleted because of this wanting to give and give and give. Party, fun, celebration. I want to give you my love. You know, that kind of thing. So I think that the World card is telling me that you have learned some lessons here as it pertains to the Two of Wands. Following your heart and your passions can sometimes have a price if you're not responding instead of reacting, right? You could be dealing, by the way, with somebody who is Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, or Leo. Look at that. I like it. I love it, in fact. So when something ends, something must begin. The transformation is here. So I feel as though that there is, this is a really abundant time coming up for your dating here. And things are about to move really quick, but in a balanced way. We have the Eight of Cups, we have the Knight of Swords, and we have the Fool. So we have a new beginning, taking a leap of faith. And I feel like somebody here, the Knight of Swords gives me the energy of somebody here who had walked away from you, wants you to hear their side. It feels like somebody You're going to move on from this, by the way. I feel like this is somebody from the past who's coming back, who wants to date you, but I don't think you're down with it. I think you've already taken the leap of faith by the time they find you, and they're like, wait a second, I had something to say, and they had disconnected from you, so you just thought that they were done. You closed the door, you transformed the energy, and you decided that you were done. So what I want to say is, if you get an invitation from this person, they're going to try and get you back in their life. That's up to you whether you want to go or not. It looks like they did pull away from you, but now they're ready to speak. But I think that by the time they get to you, that it's over and done. I think you've already taken your leap, and justice is here, and then all of these things start to work in your favor. So I think that you are going to get victory over these terrible thoughts. I think that that is the block right now, and that's why you're not moving. But I think that there is somebody coming on in here who you already know, who did pull away from you a time ago, but I don't think that you were the Queen of Cups when they pulled away from you. And I think that the Queen of Cups knows better, right? It feels like you know better because the World card is here. You know better than to get sucked into this again. Tell me what justice is, please. So you're getting out of your head. Yeah, you're getting out of your head. I like it. And we've got the 9 of Wands here, and the Queen of Pentacles. So I think that what you have realized, the justice that you're getting, the stability and the balance that you're getting now, is you're getting out of your head. You're realizing you can come out from behind the fear wall, that yes, you have to be brave. It is dangerous and it is scary, but I feel like ultimately peace is here, which is balance and dependability and stability and financial greatness here. We go from the 6 of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like your money is about to get really good, and it's probably because of some sort of an investment. So it's not only that you finally stop overthinking everything and come up from behind the fear wall, but your money's getting good at this time as well. So I think that whatever you're doing, keep doing it, please, because you're conquering things one after the other. You're getting victory over everything one after the other. I'm going to ask about this Lovers here. Sitting here looking at me. Tell me about the Lovers. That's where the investment is. There it is. The Ace of Pentacles, there's the investment. There's 2 pentacles here. So I feel like there is, it might be in work. I feel like you meet the lover possibly in a work environment or in an environment of pentacles. You could bump into them at the bank. Do you know what I mean? Like it feels like whatever it is, there's a message coming or something coming together in the 3D as an invitation or an investment, and an opening of a new path here is going to give you a lot of happiness. The 9 of Cups is here. So we have somebody new. You've ended something successfully. You've drawn some boundaries, and I feel like it's giving you karmic justice. Everything is coming together, and it's not only love, it's your money as well. Once you remove this block, then it's going to be time to move forward. Yeah, then the ships are going to come in here. And you're going to be terrified and worried. But look, there's the King of Pentacles and there's the Queen. You're about to meet a soulmate. What's being concealed from you is that there's a King of Pentacles in the distance. So we have Capricorn energy here. We have Taurus, Virgo. We have Cancer. We have, yeah, that's Capricorn. We have Aries. Sagittarius. Yep, gave you all the other ones. Scorpio. All right. Who are we talking about? Give me some idea of who we're talking about. How will the collective know when they've met their person? Tell me about this lover, please. Give me some information. What they look like, where they're from. Oh boy, I just got it was Backstreet Boys. I don't care who you are or where you're from. What you need, as long as you love me. No, wait. Yeah, that's what it is, as long as you love me. So be careful with that. Set your boundaries, and don't just take any old buddy that wanders in, right? Your person could have light hair. They could be a Libra. We did say Libra is at the heart of the matter, so your person definitely could be Libra. We have you might meet this person in the next few days. So this lover here, I think that some of you are getting past your self-limiting beliefs in the next few days here. This person could be an older masculine, or maybe you are. This is seeker of material things, which tells me pentacle energy, earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Someone who likes to buy you things. That's their love language. We have Gemini, someone who's incredibly ultra smart. In the next few weeks, for some of you, you will meet the older masculine. For those of you in the next few days, you could be meeting a Gemini or a Virgo or a Libra if the Libra has light hair. The Libra is the one who's going to have light hair. Seeks material things. The Gemini could be a Gemini-Taurus cusp, because material things to me is earth energy. This person could be older than you, or maybe you're the older masculine. But in the next few weeks, you're going to meet someone who is a Virgo who might be seeking emotions. Seeking emotions from you. All right. Somebody who's got dark hair. Maybe one of you is light, one of you is dark. All right, I'm going to go. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate you. Thanks for watching it up to here. I do appreciate you guys so much. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. Love ya. Bye-bye.